Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you could play through a song called Sing by Sheeran. And we end up capoing this on 4th fret to kind of match the recording. We'll walk through a couple of things in root position. And it's really this cool jam on really 2 chords. And so a really easy way out actually would be kind of working around an E minor and an A minor chord. And the way you play E minor, first finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an E minor chord and it sounds really sad. There's lots of things you could add to E minor there just to kind of jam out on it. So you may want to think about adding in the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret for an E minor 7, or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd for an E minor 7. Or you may want to think about kind of playing around a little bit with just notes and kind of in the key of G or E minor. So you could play around with the open G string, the 2nd fret on the G string, the open B, and then the 1st fret on the B, and then the 4th fret or 3rd fret on the B is the D note, and then the open E is the E note, and then the F sharp on the high E string on the 2nd fret, and then 3rd fret on the high E is kind of a G note. So it's kind of your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do for G major, but kind of working it around the E minor chord. So you may want to kind of play around with those notes and actually kind of adjust in the E minor. And then from the E minor, actually on the intro, there's this really cool hit where you may want to do kind of a down, and then kind of kill the strings, and then you do 2 more downs, and then kind of kill the strings, and then you do a down, and you kill the strings, and then you do 2 more downs, and then you kill the strings. So you may want to think about kind of using that to kind of kick it off. And then there are these cool little licks actually that kind of come in around the E minor and an A minor chord. When we play A minor, first finger goes to the B on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the G string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, it sounds A minor, sounds so sad. Now on A minors, you got a lot of possibilities. You can follow a lot of those same notes actually through the G major. You could even lift off the 3rd finger, kind of have the open G string for an A minor 7, or putting down the 3rd finger gets you back to that A note. Or you could do the kind of lift off the 1st finger for an A suspended 2nd. Or you could add in the 1st finger for the A minor shape. Or you could add in the pinky on the B string 3rd fret for kind of an A sus or an A suspended chord. Or you could do it with the open E, kind of back to your A sus 2. Or you could add in that high E on the 2nd fret. Oh, and actually with the A minor chord, that would make that an A minor 6, kind of a cool 45 chord there for you. Or you could take the pinky and add it all the way to the high E on the 3rd fret and kind of make it an A minor 7 that way. So you may want to kind of think of a little bit of scale stuff around the chord just while you're playing around with it. And what Ed kind of does is there's this cool, actually a couple different strumming options actually through the tune. A lot of cool rhythm variations in this particular tune. You could work it as just kind of a down idea if you're just starting out, just kind of an E minor, E minor. So kind of an 8 down count on each chord through that main verse chorus idea could be kind of a cool idea. And I'm adding a little bit of muting to that. Or it might even be kind of cool to play around with those other chord options while you're on it. Kind of say some stuff around the chords. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the E minor and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, 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 down. Through our main verse chorus, we do that 4 times, and then we go to our A minor chord. We could do it with the same strum pattern. That way. Or you could add in bass notes to it. So on the E minor, you could do the low E string for kind of a bass note on that chord. So E minor, low E minor, bass, down, up, down. Then on the A minor, you'd have the A string for the bass. And you could even do that idea and still play around with those other chord options too. Just might be kind of a fun jam tune that way for you. E minor, low E, bass. I can play around with notes around the E minor chord. Another strum pattern I would think about through this song is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. And that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the E minor and do a down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you'd be doing it up on 2, down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you'd be going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, 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 down. Which this really happens at a really fast pace in the tune, which we want to kind of practice that. And it almost kind of gives you more time to play around with those notes of the other chords if you want to. Add basses to that strum pattern and work it as kind of a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. They're all cool variations. So we tried it that way. You'd have the E minor. Play around with it that way, and at tempo that would be really, really fast, that whole and with a little bit of muting it sounds almost exactly like the recording, but then it can be kind of challenging if you're just starting out, so you may want to kind of play around with that a little bit, kind of go practice that before you jump in with it. Or there's some other really cool rhythm variations through the tune, and some cool licks actually, but one of the other rhythm variations would be kind of a down, 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 up, and I'm kind of muting and killing the strings, but down, 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 up, and then a down, up, down, up, down, and then you could lift the chord, and then do it down and do a hammer on, and then kind of kill the strings. So it's kind of an interesting idea, kind of down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, lift, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 down. matters as much as the rhythm on this part, right? So you may want to listen to the recording. So you may want to kind of play around with that rhythm through it. And there are a couple of places actually where that intro rhythm of kind of just the down and the down down kind of get used through the progression too. A minor, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it, down, kill it. So you want to kind of play around with that rhythm too. And you'll hear a couple really cool licks through it too. On the intro, it almost kind of sounds like you start on second on the low E, open A, or yeah, 2 on the A, open A, kind of a B A idea, and then 3 on the low E, 2 on the low E, and then open E. It's kind of a cool little melody idea, kind of B A G F sharp E E, and you may want to kind of double that. Yeah, it just makes it funkier, doesn't it? So you want to kind of play around with that 2 0 3 2 0 0, and then I'm moving this up like by octave, but I think it's the right notes. Is you could do second on the D string, and then open D, and then second on the D. So 2 2 2 2 0 2. It's kind of that other part of the E minor lick. So you got 2 0 3 2 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2, and then you kind of repeat that 2 0 3 2 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2, and then we kind of do this cool little walk up where you could go O E open E to the F sharp on the 2, G on the 3, right? Kind of E F sharp G O 2 3 on the low E, and then open A, open E E, O 2 3 0 0 0. O 2 3 0 0 0, and then you kind of come back with that 2 2 2 2 0 2, and then O 2 3 0 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2 is kind of the A minor idea through that part. So you may want to kind of follow those licks too. 2 0 3 2 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2 2 0 3 2 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2 O 2 3 0 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2 O 2 3 0 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2. It's kind of a cool little lick through it. And there's this cool little breakdown towards the end where you actually hear kind of this lick around the 3rd fret on the high E string to the 5th fret on the high E string, or actually 3 to 2 on the high E string. It's kind of a G F sharp idea. And I think it kind of happens with some muting through that part. And then you kind of do the same idea from 5 to 3. It's kind of the A minor idea. Or you could almost kind of try and play around with those ideas around the chord too. This is random, I'm cheating the A minor. You could do just the 1st finger on the D string, 2nd is kind of the open A, almost like an A5 idea. To get that high E on the 5 and 3. That'll kind of throw the 2 guitar parts together for that. Especially if you're playing solo, that might be kind of a cool thing to kind of think about using. It's almost becoming all down at this point. We're kind of play around with that here. So, got a lot of options here. Now the weird part is to play along with Ed, instead of starting on an E minor chord, he's actually playing a G sharp minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 4th fret, then now your E minor is really a G sharp minor, and your A minor is really a C sharp minor. But if we take it from the very beginning, we kind of have those E minor pushes. E minor, kind of working those for the intro. And then from there, you may want to kind of follow the licks, actually, kind of that 2 0 3 2 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2 2 0 3 2 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2 0 2 3 0 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2 0 2 3 0 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 2. And then, or you could work with the chords, and you could do that on any of those rhythm waves we were talking about. Kind of that E minor idea with the 8 down count. Play around with it that way, or you can do the down, down, up, up, down, up. other stuff that you know how to say on the guitar. So, best of luck!